So I guess I should actually show off some of the improvements we've been getting for completing some of these optional missions. Um, I guess I'll make this like a standalone episode to show some of the things that have improved.
What
So
else
with the
can you find
farm,
deals like these?
real quick, one thing I was wrong about was when I first showed off the fertilizer, it gave me 2+2. If you use it again, it does go up to 6. And if you look at it, it's the summoner jelly, and it's actually a small. But if you look down at the fertilizer effect, it says large. If you stack them on top of each other, it becomes large, so you get more and it increases the duration of it. So you do want to stack them up, increases the number you get and the duration of it. But remember, you can only use one. Uh, yeah, you can only use one at a time. So I always suggest that once you open up more slots of our cultivating slots, sticking with one item. That way you're not constantly wasting or spending research points on 3 different fertilizers, and you can use the one fertilizer to affect all of the cultivation spots. So it'll help you gather more resources faster using less. But the items we can get, it started off with like just 3 items, or like 5 or 6 items. Now we're up to 3 pages. So one thing we can do is Thunderbug now, which is awesome. Mandragora, Nitro Shroom, Parashroom, Toadstool, the Flash Bug, the God Bug, and a bunch of these. The Nullberry, Mite Seed, Adamant Seed, all these herbs. These are ammo. Yeah, these are more ammo, dung pods, spider webs. All this stuff is new, and it's all very, very helpful. For now, I'm just trying to get my honey up because you need a lot of honey to craft some stuff. So I'm honestly going to keep going on my honey until probably around like 200 at least. And then after that, I will start cultivating other items. Because hopefully by then I'll have the other slot available, so I'll be able to start speeding all that up. The other thing I want to show off is the canteen. We've been gathering all these items out during missions. We've been completing these side missions. So with actually, I haven't. I did a canteen episode and I deleted it because I didn't have any ingredients, so it was hard to properly show the benefit of the meals. So I'll do this real quick. I've gone over. I've talked about which ones you want to choose. Pretty much, the Chef's Choice Platter, while it gives you the best stat bonuses, it's one of the worst ones to pick because it has attack up small, elemental resist up small. It will never give you the biggest bonus. Plus, the skills they're mainly the daily skills. What you're supposed to do, and most people don't do this, and that's fine. I don't even do this. But what you're supposed to do is make custom platters. So you can see when we first started, we only had 2 ingredients. Now we're up to 4. I think it gets up to 6 ingredients, and but you can see we have a lot more ingredients opened up. I think we only had like 3 originally. We still have a ways to go. We need to get a lot more. But we have a lot more than what we did have. So the way it works is when you want to make a custom meal, you select the meat, the fish, or the veggies. And then out of the meat, fish, or veggies, you can select the red, the blue, the yellow, gold, whatever, the purple, and then a lighter yellow. But what happens is they have skills, and if you press the touchpad, it'll show you the skills. So the red ones, they're courage skills. So if you want these skills, Polisher, Rider, and Slugger, you need to use 6 ingredients from the red tier to get up to level 6. Yeah, this one, the Slugger. Excuse me. If you want the Feline Rider, you only need to use 2. If you want the Polisher, you only need to use 2. So let's say we want the Polisher. So we select that one, and we select that one. It gives us, now if you look on the meal effects towards the right side of the screen, health no boost. Palico, no boost. Stamina plus 25. Attack up small. But if you look at the food skills, it's Feline Polisher, and then the daily skills, Feline Insurance and Feline Microzoologist. I'm pretty sure those two, the daily skills, are always going to be there. Selecting whatever custom meal you want, it just gives you a chance of getting whatever combination of meat they will give you. So let's say you want the Polisher, but you want something else as well. So let's look at the resilience skills. There's Feline Acrobat, lets you recover faster. Feline Feet prevents you from getting knocked over, and Feline Moxie. The Moxie is a big one. That's the one that pretty much gives you a extra life. Now, of course, you need 6 for that one, so you can't. So let's say you want to go for Feline Feet. Well, you need 4 of that one. So, well, you want the Rider, so you can't do that. So you're stuck going with the Acrobat. So you're like, all right, so let's go with that. So you pick 2. You're going to pick 2 of the blue one, the Resilience one. Now, normally, what you would try and pick is the fresh ingredients in these groups that you want. You know, it's a fresh ingredient if it's sparkling green like that. That means it's a fresh ingredient. Now, if you look at the health and Palico level, once you select the fresh ingredient, that's where you get the bonus health and the bonus Palico level. That's the only way to get them, is through fresh ingredients. If you don't use any fresh ingredients, you'll never get it. But if we look down, now if we look over at the skills, oh, it did replace one. It replaced the Feline Insurance. So now we have a chance of getting the Feline Polisher, the Feline Acrobat, or the Feline Microzoologist. So if you, let's say, cancel selection, yes. So that is how they work. And this applies to the meat. Everything I just said about the meat applies to the fish and applies to the veggies. Remember, when it comes to the meat, fish, and veggies, the meat applies attack bonus, the fish applies defense bonus, and the veggies apply an elemental resistance. So if you want whichever one you want, attack, defense, or elemental resist, you just go to that tree, and then the skills are the exact same. It's just now the boost you get will be in whatever area that is. So as you can see, still Feline Polisher, Rider, and Slugger. So just bam, bam. And actually, something I haven't tried, yeah, so you can use multiple ingredients from the same category, or from different category, if you want to get a certain skill. So if there's fresh ingredients in the veggie tree that you want, you can select those to get the health. But let's say, yeah, you only have, but there's fresh ingredients under the fish. You can go through and select the fish as well. They'll give you a bigger health and Palico boost. And it'll still unlock the next tier of that ingredient. But if you look at your status effect, we're only getting elemental resist small. It's because we have 2 elemental resist items, but then we only you need 2 of each to get any boost. 4 will get you medium, and 6 will get you large. So because we only have 2 elemental items, we have 2 that resist small, but because we have 1 meat and 1 fish, we don't get anything else. So if we were to switch that meat, or switch that fish with a meat, we would get attack up small and elemental resist up small, and we would still have the Feline Rider. So that is pretty much how they work. Like I said, you can mix and match and everything, but if you want to get a attack up large or medium, then you need to stay in one category. Now, some people swear up and down by this. They say that the skills are critical to getting to the end game. That I can see some of them being important. Like the Moxie skill, the Insurance skill, those are fairly important. But other than that, I don't really see how them being that important. What is it? Yeah, Feline Riser's useful. When you're getting up, you're invulnerable for a little bit. This increases that invulnerability period. That's useful. If you're fighting a really aggressive monster, then yeah, that could help. Black belt, not that helpful. Reduces stamina depletion when doing stuff. Useful, but not great, not a game changer. Feline Heroics greatly increases attack when health is dangerously low. That could be very useful in endgame builds, because there's certain weapons you can get where as you attack, they actually hurt you. But the more damage you take, the more your attack goes up. So this stacked on top of that, if they do stack, could make you very, very powerful. So I could see that one being useful. Like I said, they have their uses, but some people swear by them, and I wouldn't. Yeah, there was one that did Slugger. Oh yeah, it's this one. Makes it easier to stun monsters. Well, there's already a skill for that. You can get Slugger skill in your armor and gems and stuff. So I guess if you were to eat this, depending on how powerful it is, maybe you wouldn't have to use those skills and armor sets, which would open up your build a little bit. But it's also based on the fact that you have to get it. If you don't get it, then your build kind of fails. So if you want to guarantee you get it, you need to use a voucher. But the vouchers aren't very easy to get. So eating is useful. It has its benefits, but getting the actual skills is so RNG that I don't think it's reliable and trustworthy. I guess if the more fresh ingredients you use, the chances of them activating go up. But then if you want a certain skill and there's no fresh ingredients there, then your build is just kind of broken. Like, because you have a very low chance of getting it. So yeah, so that's pretty much how the cooking works. The custom platters, like I said, it can be very useful, and in specific situations, I can see it being making your build incredibly overpowered. I don't think it's really worth it though. I'd rather just get with the meat, the fish, or the veggie platter. There's no point in saving a custom platter because the fresh ingredients constantly rotate. So whatever ingredients you use to get a skill one time and to get bonuses one time won't be effective the next time. And the chances of that actually, of all of those specific ingredients, getting a fresh ingredient, bonus is incredibly rare, or incredibly low. So like, yeah, again, it seems very unreliable. So I understand the point of it, what they were going for, a way to give you an extra oomph in your extra oomph or a big oomph for fights, but it's just too unreliable. It's too hard to get vouchers. There's a way to grind them out. I've heard that if you get the Pookie's level up high enough, and if you carry it up here, it can find fresh vouchers around the handler. But I don't know. I'll have to test that out. I've never done it because it seems like a pain to carry the Pookie all the way up here every single time. But I don't know. But that's the canteen, and those were the other upgrades for the farm and such. So yeah, it's gonna wrap up this episode, and I think we're actually done with most of the side missions. I think now it's just story advancement. Yeah. Story advancement and grinding out any missions or any gear or equipment that I want. Which the only thing to really grind out at the moment is Rathian, Rathalos, and Juratodos for the delivery, because I need to, what is it, Torrent Sacks? I think I need. And you can only get them from Juratodos. So if I want to grind those out, yeah. But I might hold off on grinding them and just do the next story mission. Advance that. I don't know. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.